everyone, I am back with another important term in commerce, the gross domestic product, also known as GDP. You might have learned this topic in your school and college, but what exactly is it? Well, in this video, let's unpack what GDP is, why it matters, and why having an understanding of GDP is vital for both policymakers and the public. Let's begin. GDP is the total financial value of all goods and services produced within a country over a specific period, usually a year. This includes economic activities by individuals, businesses, and the government within the country. Essentially, GDP serves as a broad indicator of a nation's economic activity. It is often used to understand the economic health of a country. We can calculate GDP in several ways, each providing a different angle but ultimately leading to the same figure. Let's have a look at them. The first one is the production approach. It is the value of all goods and services produced in the economy. Then there is the income approach. It is the total value of incomes earned by individuals and businesses, including wages, profits, and taxes, minus subsidies. Finally, there is the expenditure approach, which sums up all spending on final goods and services, including household consumption, business investment, government spending, and net exports. Hope the ways to calculate GDP are clear now. Now, on to our next question. Why is GDP important? Understanding GDP is crucial for several reasons. Firstly, GDP is the primary indicator of a country's economic health. It reveals the size and growth rate of an economy, helping identify periods of growth or downturns. Authorities use GDP to craft economic policies. For instance, during an economic decline, the government might implement fiscal stimulus to boost GDP and create jobs. Fiscal stimulus is the measures taken by the government to reduce the consequences of recession, like reducing tax, increasing government expenditure for public services, or both. Additionally, GDP facilitates comparisons between different countries' economies, offering insights into their economic strengths and development levels. Investors rely on GDP data to make informed decisions. A growing GDP often indicates a healthy economy, encouraging investment. However, a shrinking GDP may indicate economic difficulties. Moreover, GDP per capita, that is GDP divided by population, is commonly used to estimate a country's average living standard. Governments also depend on GDP projections for budgeting, resource allocation, and setting tax and spending policies. On to the next question. Why is understanding GDP important? Understanding GDP helps citizens make sense of economic news and policy debates, enabling them to engage in healthy discussions about economic policies and their effects on daily life. Businesses use GDP trends to make strategic decisions about expansion, investment, and hiring, anticipating market conditions. Also, the basic knowledge of GDP fosters economic literacy, helping individuals understand broader economic issues and their implications. Awareness of the economic environment with respect to GDP can influence personal financial decisions such as spending, saving, and investing. Additionally, GDP growth is often used to evaluate government performance, allowing citizens to hold their leaders accountable for economic management. How can we illustrate GDP? Let's consider a small town called Rose Valley to make this more relatable. In Rose Valley, there are various businesses including a bakery, a car repair shop, a school, and a hospital. Using the production approach, the bakery produces cakes and bread, the car repair shop fixes cars, the school provides education, and the hospital offers healthcare services. The total value of all these goods and services produced in a year is Rose Valley's GDP. With the income approach, GDP will be the sum of the wages paid to bakers, mechanics, teachers, and healthcare professionals. Lastly, the expenditure approach looks at how residents spend money on cakes, car repairs, school fees, and healthcare services. These household expenditures, along with business investments in equipment and government spending on public services, contribute to the GDP of Rose Valley. In simple terms, GDP is like the total paycheck of Rose Valley for a year. If the paycheck grows, it means the town is doing well. If it shrinks, the town might be facing economic challenges. I hope the example has helped you get a better understanding of this concept. So, GDP is a vital measure of a nation's economic activity, health, and growth. It provides valuable insights for policymakers, businesses, investors, and the public. Understanding GDP helps individuals make informed decisions, participate in economic discussions, and evaluate government policies. With a proper understanding of the significance of GDP, we can better comprehend the complexities of the economy and its impact on our lives. Thank you so much for watching. To learn more about commerce professional qualifications and insights, do subscribe to our YouTube channel.